The best kind of protein for everything, not just building muscle, but also when it comes down to your joints, when it comes down to your skin. There's literature to back this up. The best kind of protein is not just a whey protein shake. It's not salmon because of the omega-3s. It's not chicken because of the thiamine. No, we're talking about a complexity of different proteins and even peptides that are in certain proteins. So we'll break it all down. Let's get into exquisite detail with this so you know exactly how much to eat and what to enjoy. After this video, I put a link down below for Create, which are creatine gummies. So if you eat meat, you know one of the benefits of meat is going to be creatine. But creatine is also the most studied, or second most studied next to caffeine, ergogenic aid that is out there. So Create has creatine gummies with actually a new improved formula that has 1.5 grams of creatine per gummy. So you can low dose your creatine throughout the course of the day, so you potentially have less water retention with it. They also reduce their sugar in their gummies by 40%. So it's a low sugar gummy that has just the right ratio of carbohydrates to creatine to aid in the absorption and proper utilization of creatine. So the cool thing is with Create is they're trying to change the stigma behind creatine. Because I had like Dr. Darren Kandow on my channel, for example. He's one of the lead creatine researchers in the world. Found that like women, pregnant people, all kinds of people, even people in their teens, benefit from creatine, not just for muscle, but for potential inflammatory issues, all kinds of things. So I highly, highly recommend that you take even a low amount of creatine. Even as little as 1 to 3 grams, you can notice a noticeable effect on your energy, on your recovery, and definitely on your strength. So the gummies make it nice because you can low dose throughout the day. So that link down below saves you 15% off anything you want from Create. So you can get 15% off of those creatine gummies. You gotta use that special link down below underneath this video. Okay, so I'm gonna cut right to the chase and tell you what the best protein is, but we have to break down why. It's ground beef. Better than steak, better than chicken, better than a tomahawk ribeye. And here is why. I'll give you the playbook first, because you have a complete protein that you're getting from the actual protein source itself. Okay. Plus you're getting the vitamins and minerals that you're getting out of red meat in the beginning. Okay, that has tremendous amounts of zinc, tremendous amounts of what we need as far as vitamin and minerals are concerned. Then it has one other thing that's kind of interesting. It has taurine. Okay, sure, but you could get taurine if you just ate a steak, right? Okay, it also has creatine, but you could get creatine if you just ate a steak. What makes the ground meat better? It's one simple thing. It's the gristle. Now, I'm going to reference a study that might not make sense at first, but I will make it make sense because that's what I do. There was a study that was published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. It took a look at elderly people. Okay, and you're thinking, this is not for me, I don't care. No, listen, okay? What they did is they divided these people into 2 different groups, of 15-day groups. Okay, one group had collagen, one group had whey protein, okay? What they found is that the collagen group had better nitrogen balance than the whey protein group. Does that mean that collagen is better than whey? No, because there's lots of other studies that demonstrate that whey is better for building muscle. But nitrogen balance is an indicator of how much total of protein availability we have in the body. If you have a poor or a low nitrogen balance, it means you're probably catabolic and breaking down muscle. If you have a high nitrogen balance, it probably means you're in a state where you have enough protein to build muscle. So why did collagen improve this so much, particularly in older people? Because the older people are probably getting less collagen from their diet. So when they added the collagen in, it completed the total amino acid pool perhaps a little bit more because they were extra deficient in those aminos. But a lot of it, we just don't have solid answers to. We just know that something happened there. It's very interesting. But then there was another study published in Integrative Medicine that found that when subjects consumed collagen protein, their markers for recovery after workouts were significantly better than without collagen, showing that collagen played a role not just in connective tissue, but actually helped muscle recovery. Why ground beef then? Because ground beef, you get the complete protein. You get what is called leucine. The leucine, which is in protein, like whey protein or meat, is what stimulates muscle protein synthesis. That is what kickstarts the process at a molecular level, at a genetic level, at an mTOR level. That is what kicks it on. So you need that leucine to do that. Collagen potentially helps you build muscle in kind of indirect, weird ways. It certainly does. It can help you build muscle, and there's evidence to support that. But it's not as strong as like whey or eating straight up meat. And it's because it's doing it in a wraparound way that's a little more indirect. But when you combine whey protein and collagen, you're getting this bigger synergistic potentially effect. And it's easy to say, well, wait a minute, if I consume collagen and whey protein or collagen and a burger, it's all just amino acids. It doesn't matter. They all just go into one pool. That's not just how it works. Yes, that is important. The amino acids and the abundance of amino acids you have in your amino acid pool is very, very important. But when you consume a collagen protein in gristle, in tendon, in ground meat, it doesn't have to be ground beef, it can be ground chicken too, because that has it too. You get a different effect. You get a bioactive peptide. There was a study that was published in the journal Molecules that found that when bioactive peptides, collagen peptides, were ingested, it increased gene expression associated with collagen 1 alpha 1. This is the gene that regulates and starts collagen type 1 formation. So you absolutely needed those collagen peptides. You can't just get that from the amino acids. There was also a study published in Nutrients that looked at bone mineral density, and it saw that collagen peptides, when ingested, acted as a signaling molecule for the body to repair, specifically cartilage and soft tissue. That did not happen by just taking in a random pool of amino acids. That happened specifically as a signaling molecule with the collagen peptides. So when you eat a choice cut, beautiful steak, it's amazing, it tastes good, and by all means go for it. But when you eat that cheap burger, that's what's getting you all of that you got in the steak, plus the collagen. Not to mention, it comes in a pre-masticated, I said masticated, okay, get your head out of the gutter, form. That's a form that's gonna be like easier to digest, okay? Easier for you to masticate, and it's gonna be easier for you to ultimately assimilate. And there's actually literature to help back that up too, because if you don't chew your food very well, like me, well, then eating ground beef might be better in the first place. So rather than like chewing on a tendon, why don't you just eat a ground beef burger and you get potentially more muscle, potentially more recovery, potentially more skin benefit from the collagen there. It just makes sense. I'll see you tomorrow.